Hey there, welcome to Loosely Related, the show with a new guest every week and an activity that only very distantly pertains to them. This week, we're gonna have... What, Dad? Wow, this should be interesting. Obviously, I know you pretty well, but why don't you give our viewers out there a chance to get to know you?
Well, most people don't call me Dad, but my name is Todd Weddle, and I work here at Northwest Missouri State University in the Marketing Communications Office.
Fantastic. Well, today we're going to do a little bit of art, and our producer Riley's going to give us some activities to do.
Yeah, hi guys. So our first challenge will be painting using some really long paintbrushes. But first, you'll need to figure out what you're going to be painting. So you'll see in front of you some cups with colored paper in them. You'll draw an action, a place, and a person from each cup to decide what you will be drawing. Good thing Todd went ahead, because you get the honors of drawing the first round.
Bobby Bearcat? Bearcat, yeah.
Bearcat, that's the word.
Bearcat.
Barcat.
Bearcat. Place, the football field, and the action. This could be dangerous.
This could be very dangerous.
Cooking. Bobby Bearcat.
Cooking on a football field. I think I'm going to start black. Get some lines on there.
Is this a one-handed operation?
Two-handed,
Jackson?
one-handed? What do we...
What do you agree upon?
I say one-handed.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit.
Good Lord. If I knock over the canvas,
You buy it.
I buy it.
What do you do here?
Kind of my job here is to visually tell the story of Northwest. And so I get to go around, meet all different kinds of people from all walks of life, from all over the world, and tell a little bit about their Northwest journey. So I'm in the classroom with them. I'm at bid day when they get selected by their fraternity or sorority. I go to the football games, the basketball games, and just kind of overall document the campus.
Gotcha. And what made you decide to come to Northwest?
Well, that's a great question, son.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. I spent about 20 years in broadcast and newspapers, and kind of needed a change after a while. And so I went to school here a few years ago. And then
Yeah, a few.
And then so there was an opportunity to come back to Northwest, and I thought, what a great way to give back to a place that gave me a lot, and kind of started my career. And that was 2015.
Going on 8 years.
I'm in my 8th year. Yes, you are correct. What do you have over there, by the way? That isn't.
Are there lines?
Is this a prison?
They're lines.
Okay.
Bobby's
Not
a
sure
prisoner.
what that is.
What you got? Just a grassy field?
Yeah, I'm working on it. So 2015, came to Northwest, seen a lot of different things. Let's see, since I've been here, I've covered 6 national championships.
Is that across football and basketball?
2 football, 4 basketball, which is pretty incredible, really, in 7+ years.
I'm confused. Are you painting the Sound of Music over there?
No, you gotta. I'll be truthful. I cheated a little bit.
Shocker.
I did watch some Bob Ross today in my office. Well, because you gotta know.
You gotta prepare, right?
You gotta prepare.
Do your research.
That's what I do, though. I have to know before I walk into a situation what I'm gonna do.
And what are you gonna do here? What's the plan?
You start with the background.
Sure,
See?
sure.
I've got an eye. Oh, you're painting an aerial.
Oh yeah.
You're
It's a
looking
top-down
down.
shot. We're gonna see the kitchen and Bobby, and
See, mine's more
there's
landscape.
gonna be like a little
looking
dot
out.
on there.
Yeah.
So I don't have to.
Now, everything's going to be great until I get to Bobby. And then that's going to look...
That's gonna look like a
horrendous.
stick Bobby. It's gonna be stick Bobby. So what was your first job
My
getting
first...
into the journalism field?
Believe it or not, my first real job was a job in Sedalia, Missouri. And your mother, you know her. We
We've
moved
met.
there in end of '96.
Long before my time.
Long before
Long
you
before.
weren't thought of yet. And so we moved there, and I got a job at the Sedalia Democrat, which is the local newspaper. And I wasn't there long, but I'm telling you what, community journalism was really important to me. And we had, oh my gosh, Bobby, what are you doing to me?
That's Bobby?
It's got to start, you got to start with the head.
Looks like the football.
Well, it could be. That's a good idea, though. I think I'll think about that. So here's, oh gosh, I need a second hand. And so we were there not quite a year. And then we had an opportunity to kind of come back to this area, which I'm from Maryville. Did you know that?
Didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, welcome.
Never heard that.
And so we came back to St. Joe, and I started working at the News Press and Gazette. And I spent about 18 years there working for them and their broadcast division and their newspaper division. And so, but yeah, I learned a lot about just telling stories and people in general, which is probably kind of why I like my job more than anything else.
Okay, so before photojournalism, before Sedalia, before St. Joe,
Oh my.
what was your first ever job?
Oh gosh, that was awful. It was mowing this lady's yard. And it wasn't like your standard yard that, is this a wok? Look at this thing. This is, oh, it's cast iron built now, look at that, yeah.
Stick Bobby.
It was a huge yard, and dogs. And it was all push mow. There was no rider, there was no self-propelled. And this is probably explains a lot about your work history. I probably lasted about a week.
A week.
Yeah, I probably mowed it once. And it's not that I didn't want to go back. I think
You just didn't want to go back.
I was asked kind of not to come back.
Oh, what did you do?
I wasn't very good.
You added
You
more grass
also
to
know
their yard.
I don't mow my yard currently.
I know.
I know. I couldn't get any of my kids to mow my yard.
It's not true. It's definitely
It
not
could be true. It's true. So that was my first job. And I probably had a couple other jobs through college.
Any notable ones?
Believe it or not, I was a painter. I know. No, it's a true statement. I was a painter. I was a house painter. I worked on a painting crew, new construction mostly. And so that was one of my college jobs. It paid pretty good money. But you always went to class smelling like paint.
So even though you painted houses for how long?
About 2 years.
2 years?
2 years.
And how long has our house been in the process of being painted?
2 years. 2 weeks, son. 2
Like
weeks.
7, 8 years?
It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight.
Doesn't happen over
Just like this
decades.
painting didn't happen instantly. Perfection takes time. So yes, painted in college. That was.
He's emotionless, Bobby. He's Bobby. He doesn't emote. He has one emotion at all times. You know, it's very.
Is it a smile?
It's like a grimace.
It's a grimace. My Bobby doesn't have an emotion. I don't know quite what to do with him. We're gonna attempt a
Nose?
mouth.
Oh,
There we go.
wide open mouth.
He's
very
Bobby.
shocked. You happy with yours?
I think that's about as good as it's
Yeah,
gonna get.
it's not. Anything I
I mean-
add will just be worse.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to use the whole canvas.
I didn't.
I see
Gotta
that.
save room. All right, that's that. First painting done. All right, now we're gonna show the viewers, and hopefully they don't judge us too bad.
They will, and that's okay.
A little bit of Dana White action here. Honestly, for long sticks,
For long sticks, I think
could have gone worse.
I call this a success.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is a win.
All right. Well, we'll be back with more painting challenges soon. Let's see what KNWT has to offer.
Hey you, you're finally awake. Welcome to Gen 2. Your place for all things gaming and ready tech related. On this show we play a variety of games. From sports to horror, to everything in between. Sound interesting? Make sure to come join us every Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Hey, hey, here on Nerd Central, we're talking about all the nerdy news. So come join us on KNWT Channel 8.
If you guys haven't noticed, we have changed up the studio just a little bit. You are now under black lights, so you'll each have a paint palette with different colors. I promise they're different, but you might have a hard time choosing your colors correctly. Maybe a little bit harder for Jackson. Sorry, Jackson.
I'm colorblind.
Because Todd is not colorblind, you will be drawing what we will be drawing. All right, go ahead.
Drawing.
Drawing.
Oh, Mike the dog.
Gosh.
Mike the dog. You know Mike?
Yeah, the original.
The admin building.
He's too familiar with that.
And watching the sunset. Ooh, poor Mike the dog.
Okay, let's get
on
painting.
that note, poor Mike.
Mike the dog. Okay, sure. Oh gosh.
We don't have red,
Where's the brown?
and so it could be a pink admin building.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What color is this?
Okay, I've made decisions.
Does the admin building have a point? Got
Huh?
a little point at the top?
No. How long have you been here?
I feel like I'm being lied to.
No, there's no point. It's square off the top, right in the front. Trust me.
I don't.
been in the building.
I don't trust
No.
you. Okay, so when you're not taking photos, writing stories, or painting terrible blacklight pictures, what do you do in your free time? What do you?
Well, there's so many things.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, so many. I disc golf. Do you disc golf?
On occasion.
Really?
I'm not very good.
I think you disc golf more than me.
Probably.
I think you usually beat me when we play.
Usually.
I-
Always.
So I disc golf. I do like to go camping quite a bit. I camp. I don't camp enough. I'd like to camp more. The older I get, the less I like to camp outside. Isn't that horrible? But I do still like it overall. I'm trying to be an avid amateur day hiker. Not a through hiker.
No,
I
gosh,
can't.
can't go through.
Can't go through. It's just
Can't
day.
go around it.
You're going to be done at the end of the day. And to be fair, I think that's what
I can
your
smell the
mother
paint
wants
better than
more
I
than
can
anything
see it.
else. You're smelling.
I can
the
smell the
paint?
paint better than I can see the paint.
Let's see. What else do? I do a fair amount of, believe it or not, gardening anymore. Not yard work. That's different.
That's you
But
pay someone.
gardening. If you came to my house today, Jackson,
I
and
didn't.
you don't enough, your mother would say. If you came to the house, you would see something that looked a little
Gardenish?
gardenish, but like grow lights in the basement, heating pad, little pods of soil. I hope this is blocked.
So what are you growing down there, Dad?
It's kind of your mother's
That's kind of the
thing right at
question we're all
moment.
wondering right now.
I think we're growing cabbage.
Oh, cabbage.
I think we're growing cauliflower.
That's what they call it.
I think. So that's kind of what I'm into right at the moment as far as activities. When I'm not taking pictures.
See, now that's another question. Which do you prefer? Picture, video?
Oh, that is a good question. I guess the purist in me, I prefer a still image over moving images. That's just me. I feel like one single picture can really,
Worth 1,000 words.
well, you know, that's a horrible saying. But it, I mean, I guess you could call it kind of true. Now, I'm not saying video doesn't have emotional connections to it. I mean, we can all think of video from the past and be like, oh, the Hindenburg. How would that look differently if it wasn't
Black and
in
white.
motion?
Oh,
Well,
sure.
you could go black and white too, sure. But, you know, those moments in time, you know, the Berlin Wall coming down, different big historical moments like that you remember. But if you go back and look at even some of the powerful images of 9/11, you could argue both sides had a lot of impact, you know, both visual still pictures and moving pictures.
So do you have any like favorite photographers? Are you a photography connoisseur?
Well, funny enough, so how I got into photojournalism was I was a art student, but not this kind of art. I
No,
was
clearly.
photography art. And I was in Wells Hall, believe it or not, and I went to a workshop in Kansas City, the National Press Photographers Association workshop. My then advisor, Laura Widmer, amazing advisor, loved Laura, suggested I go. The final speaker of the day was the Life magazine photographer, Bill Epridge. Bill covered the Bobby Kennedy assassination. And so that was the big series of pictures, his whole campaign, that whole thing. And I didn't know a lot about Bobby Kennedy, truthfully. I was so moved by the pictures he captured that evening that he was shot and killed that I don't know, I knew I had to do that. Like, it moved me so much, and so I thought, okay, I want to take pictures like that. I want to be able to do that. So that's when I kind of said photojournalism for me. So I would say definitely Bill Epridge would be
Number one.
like
Inspiring.
most influential that put me on this path of storytelling. Not bad. For blacklight painting, if the color scheme
I
stays
have
true.
no idea. Your building's gonna be purple, isn't it?
It could be.
All right, you satisfied with yours?
I feel okay about mine. I went a different tack. Yeah, I went morbid.
Okay, yeah.
I went real.
Let's flick these lights on, see what we've got here. All right, let's see how we did in the normal light now.
Normal light.
Let's,
Yes, I like that.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
That could have gone.
Okay.
Could have gone worse.
Okay.
Let's see. We got
Yeah.
Mike the dog.
Yeah. I did Mike's grave. You know, I mean, because that's where he's at.
He's right
He
there.
can't
That's
change-
where he's buried.
Well, he's close to there.
Sure.
He's actually across the street.
And
really close
got
to here.
sunset to the actual west.
I just
know where
went
your
with
sun
my
is.
own interpretation of the sunset.
You just moved the sun for your own personal needs.
The sky changes.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
Yeah. I
did
think-
pretty well.
I think we did okay.
Oh wait, you're,
It feels like a goat more than a dog. I'm just saying.
well then he's a very good-looking goat.
Yeah. Nah, it's not. Nice.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, thanks, Todd. I mean, Dad, for being on the show.
Thanks, Jackson. I mean, son.
Son,
That's weird.
it was weird calling you Todd. You
I
know,
know. It's
don't
okay.
call that.
We'll move past this.
Yeah, we'll move past it.
Yeah. We won't talk about that.
Sure, of course. Well, this has been very related with loosely related. Make sure to check back next week to see what kind of wacky activity we're going to have and which guest we're going to have. Thank you.